Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogan Monster here, and I am with my very adventuresome co-host, Iron Dogger. How are
Hey,
you?
good. Good. How are
Living
you?
your lives.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF, as we like to call it. Hope everybody's doing good, having a good night. Tuesday already. Damn,
I know. Whew.
time flies. Let me pull this up on my pull YouTube up so at least I can follow chat a little better. Um, how's everybody doing tonight? What do we got?
What have you been
Well,
doing?
obviously Stevie
Tuesday.
B here.
Stevie.
Chewbacca. Squatching Cowboy, what's up? Nada nada. Miss Nada nada. Excuse me. How you doing, Ruth? Hey, Judy. Rex. Hey, Pat. Blue-Eyed Northern. Good to see you. Michael Haywood. Let me pull this over here. All right. Yeah, I don't trust my computer signal enough to go live, so I'll just use it for chat.
There you go.
What else we got here? Caucasian Sasquatch. What's up?
Hey.
BF Bud, good to see you.
Hey.
Mark Dodman, good day. Hey, Sean. Sean Graham from Chasing the Truth.
He was out there with us today too.
Saw that. I saw that. Hey, Ida. Hey, Stacy Perez. Welcome.
Wow. Hi.
Great to see you. Who did I miss? Anybody? Sharon Guy, I think I said hi to. I don't know which way I'm rolling. Scrolling up, scrolling down. Actually, I could just go participants over here.
Ta-da!
Yeah, you get this whole list of everybody in chat, and I don't have to scroll.
Awesome. Awesome. Did you
So
have a good week?
So far, it's only Tuesday.
Well, I haven't talked to you since last Tuesday, so
Has it? Yeah, shit. Sorry.
it's all right.
Just doing our thing, trying to get by.
Yeah.
Still on the hunt for housing.
Oh, okay.
It'll work out. Might take a little longer than we thought.
Yeah, like my sister said, they have all that long-term stuff. They just, do background checks and all that, but they have long-term. She's there for a year, I think, is what they signed.
Oh, at her, where she's, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just, this is an expensive county, Seminole County. So
Mm.
rents are a little higher than normal.
It's like that everywhere, I think. And after the COVID, they're afraid to rent to anyone that doesn't have, any kind of, um, like, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it's a little nuts right now.
Yeah. They
But we'll
want.
see.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, is what it is. So who else did I miss? I'm sure I missed a lot. JCL Ohio, how's it going, man? Who else? Jimmy Crack Horn.
And I don't care. Hey, we're
Big
almost matching
Michigan
tonight.
Rob, what's happening, buddy? So yeah, who else? So tell Patrick Vaughn, how's it going? Tell us about. I want to hear about your outing last night.
Oh, what would you like to hear?
Well, how'd it go? I didn't get a chance to watch it. See, it's two. You asked how my week was. Sunday and Monday were kind of a bust. I got sick Sunday night.
Oh.
and I was probably sick for 30 hours. I had bad reaction to something and just was not good.
No, that sucks.
But I'm doing good now. So I recovered.
Oh, that's good to know.
So yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch your live last night. I caught a little bit of your one today. That was cool.
Yeah, we just went back out today to have a look during the day, you know, because we were out there. It was, by the time we got back home, it was only 9:30, you know, but it's so dark out there.
Sure.
When you to turn off the lights, it's black. You don't see nothing, you know. And so
what'd you experience out there?
Well, we didn't expect anything really, you know. Jacob and I went out a couple nights before, and we did some, you know, knocks, and we heard some stuff, but you know, we could easily pass it off, you know, and we we're like, oh, it could be trees splitting, you know, all sorts of stuff, because there wasn't enough to anything to be conclusive. And then it got so cold, it was like, okay, fingertips are going numb, time to leave, because we didn't expect to be out there that long. And then so when we went out last night, we were way more prepared, you know, as long as for warmth wise, for sure. And so we all went out, and when we got out there, Patrick Vaughn was kind of talking us through.
Oh, right on.
He did that the night before, you know, and so we're kind of following his method, which obviously works. So no one, you know, that's one thing. Now he can definitely say, you know, we tried it live and hey, it produced results, because it did. And we if we could have followed him, you know, exactly, because we had no way of timing and doing all that kind of stuff, you know. And so but once we did, you know, we were doing these knocks on the way out, and then, you know, we heard some, you know, and so again, we were like, oh, whatever. But then when we got to the spot, and we were at the end right towards the burn, and so the burn was out in front of us, like what you saw today, you know. And so they would have had the high ground around us, you know. And sure enough, we did a knock and got a return, and then over there and there and there and there, and it was like, okay, we are surrounded, you know. I mean, completely surrounded. And that was different. I don't know. I don't know. Like, we're all just like, we've been trying to figure out, you know, how to rationalize what that could have been. There's obviously something out there. So we went out to look for any evidence, and we left bones and chicken bones and a granola bar, you know, with dark chocolate granola bar one, and they were still there. You know?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were untouched. Nothing had, you know, disturbed them. But we did notice, and we wouldn't have noticed before because it was too dark, but we did notice, you know, all these tree breaks, you know, up, you know, at 7 foot level-ish.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that was kind of consistent in the area there. And there's a lot of different things there. That was, yeah. So when we went out today, we tried it, and we heard maybe one knock, I think, one or two maybe. I didn't hear them because I had too much stuff on my head.
Well, that's cool that you're getting out there. What's up, Helton? It's really cool that you're getting out there. I like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like to see those footages. I can't get out there.
Well, we do it all the time, but you know, editing and taking video and editing.
Oh, I know. And yes, going live.
It is a royal pain in the butt, and I don't want to be lazy or anything, but geez, I'd rather be out there, you know, soaking it up, you know, instead of dealing with that. Oh, the other weird thing. Oh, this was so weird. So we watched the camera, right? And we watched it go 20%. And I was like, oh, I brought my extra batteries, no problem. But I had the wrong plug. So, yeah, felt like a brainiac. Anyhow, so I was like, okay, well, we're going to have to cut it short because I don't have enough battery. And then it went down to 10%, We're like, okay, we should probably head back. As we were heading back, of course it died, and we drove back a couple miles back to the cabin, and I had it just right there in this little front pouch, which isn't warm at all. Like, it's not a warm area because it's on the total outside of everything, and so by the time we got back to the cabin, we came in, I pulled it out of the pouch, set it on the table, my phone, set it on the table, went to go unzip my jacket, and it went bing, and it was at 38%. It just came like, hello, I'm alive, no problem. I've got plenty of juice. I was able to go live when I got back to the cabin. I had plenty of juice. So, yeah. Now I could understand it getting warmed up and having some back, maybe 3 to 5, maybe 10 at a big stretch, but not like that. So, and the other thing is, so it died, and when you're doing live, you have no choice because it's on YouTube servers. So it's not recorded onto my device at all. That's why I like the live thing, because it also saves space on my phone. So it was nowhere in my library. Nowhere. So when you close out of a live, when you go live through YouTube, it doesn't give you an option to save. It automatically saves it. And it automatically saves it as a private. It does it automatically. Huh. This one, it was not in my library. Nowhere. It was nowhere to be found. And not in my studio, nor in the YouTube itself. It wasn't even showing. Usually it shows like waiting. Like if I go in there and show you right now what we did today, will be probably, it'll be in like that waiting blue status. It wasn't there. It wasn't even there. Sean had happened to share the feed while we were live. He happened to share it.
Yeah, he put it
in his community, or he shared it. Anyhow, luckily he had done that, because today, earlier this morning, I was able to click on the link. No one else was able to use it. They weren't able to view it. If they tried to click on the link, they weren't able to see it. I clicked on it, and it gave me what it gave me. It didn't say it was private, which that's the normal one. It was something else, and I can't remember what it was.
Unlisted, private.
I think it was unlisted.
Public. It's probably unlisted.
But it wasn't. It automatically saves it as private. That's its normal default stat. So it said it was unlisted. And I was like, okay, I get that, but it still wasn't in my library. And it wasn't until I shared the link again through my community tab that it showed up in my library. I don't even know.
I have posted the link in chat. If anybody wants to come on, feel free.
Yeah.
Just click on that link, follow the instructions. It's pretty easy. I just asked that when you do come on, make sure YouTube is off in the background. I'm going to post it one more time. There you go. Butterfly, how are you?
I love that. Butterfly. Hey, Eric.
Else. I'm just scrolling down. I know I missed people. I'm always missing people.
You hear the music playing in the background? Okay.
No.
All right.
Anything good?
Of course. I'm kidding. I'll behave. I'm all fired up. Had
Yeah.
a good time.
I know you want to get back out there.
Yeah. My sissy's gonna hopefully come out. I don't know. We'll see.
Right on. That's cool.
Yeah. No, she's probably not gonna. Yeah, it's already late. She goes to bed early because she has to get up. She always gets up really early because of her coffee stands. Like 4 a.m. early. Forget that.
Media Palace, what's happening?
Eric.
Pretty sorry I saw that. Sure I
He
saw
said
it.
he had some crazy stuff going on. He should come on and tell us about it. He
Yeah,
also
man.
did an interview on Bigfoot Odyssey.
Yeah, I saw that, I think.
Yeah. Katie.
Down to all the
My partner in crime there. Kidding.
Just sucks. I think I have to copy this every time I have to post it.
Danny Staten. What's up? Oh.
Right.
Hey, we got to get Patrick up here. They were like last night, we were like, you know what?
Well,
You get some serious people that know what the hell they're doing up here. Don't send this idiot out there.
JCL says Mr. Lee 3PO must be on vacation.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen him.
Oh, his battery's dead? Oh.
That was your robot? Sorry. Sorry. I'll behave. I'll try. Patrick, you should come on and tell us your I don't know, man. His method is the shiz, apparently, because it freaking works. I'll spit it out, man.
You're like,
where would you like it?
double check. I got to keep going back to check that there's nobody backstage because, again, I can't see it on my phone unless I click on it.
Blue-eyed. Mark. There you go. See?
What's up, Mark?
You need to come up to Alaska, dude.
Sawdust
Bring your gear. Bring your team. Get the hell up here. Because I is not prepared for what the hell is going on out there.
Harley says, Iron liked your... Where did it go? It's on here, but it's not on here. Liked your hair color. I tried it. Didn't work out so good.
Oh, I'm sure it did. You know what's the hardest part when you change your hair color? Oh, Harley. Oh, I bet it turned out fabulous. I'm sure. I would love to see it. But that, I think it's because you're not used to it and it looks kind of weird the first time and it just feel awkward, but it looks great, I'm sure. It does. You know, it's like when I tried that new blue eyeshadow the other night. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you the names I was calling myself, but it didn't feel
Hey,
it
Chris.
didn't feel right, you know, but it looked okay, I guess. But you know, you looked like I felt weird. Like, what's wrong with me?
Oh, you closed your eyes and you got close to the camera. That's when it got weird.
I think I've done one makeup tutorial and it was kind of in jest, you know, because I had one of my new subs was a makeup artist and
right.
show her my skills. And then I was like, I better not do meat. Like I was going to really go to town. I gotta slow my roll.
Well, you're definitely full of piss and vinegar tonight. That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, I like to see it.
Still crazy, Chris.
All right, who do we got backstage? We got.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's me, Short Island Smallfoot, here in New York, and just wanted to tell you guys, just had a bagel, feeling pretty good. I'm
Not me.
with the One-Eyed Wonder. I got a
Ooh.
Frenchie over here. Hey, the kids are in bed. I'm sitting here. I'm ready to roll a joint and get a little sideways, you know. But I always like to give a little ganja to the Sasquatch. You know what I mean? Because they smell just like it is when it burns. A skunk. Yeah. You get that aromatics of that floating through the air. Little dingleberry, little hollyberry, little blackberry, boysenberry, maybe a strawberry. No damn watermelon up here in Alaska.
We have watermelon.
Sure you do. That should be called an ice melon because that shit freezes. It's like slush. It's just on a Dell's lemonade up there.
It's like the Russians. They fill it with vodka.
It's vodka. Get it right. I learned that from Blackbeard. He goes to
You're
Russia
right.
a lot. He smuggles.
I'm gonna go to the corner now. You're right.
What's up, guys? How are you?
Vodka.
Yes.
Vodka.
Hey, what the hell you want? They have so many freaking potatoes. There's only so many French fries you can eat in Russia, right? They'd rather just drink it, liquid diet.
Potato vodka.
Yeah.
Hey, we brought potatoes to the footies.
Yes, yeah. Did ya? Jackie, they ain't gonna fry daddy. How the hell they gonna make French fries? Oh,
they were baked. They were already baked and warm and ready to go.
Oh, coming out of your house, guaranteed they were baked. I seen that side by side driving down the path.
So did you just use them as pan warmers?
Yeah, we each carried one, so we could offer it instead of our, here to eat this instead of us.
We're carrying last night, the pink one. What did it say? What is it? Something pumping, pink and pump.
My pink pump master.
Oh, there you go. Folks, think about that for a minute. You're in Alaska. You put pink and pump in the same sentence and put master behind it. You sound like a sex slave. Hey, come here, you. I know, I'm a dirty bastard. I apologize.
Yeah, that was a poor taste.
You're allowed it, Paulie.
Oh, dude, come on. I said that joke last night. You weren't there. We saw your cameo appearance, though, when you came out of the woods with the Chewbacca bandana on. And you're like, oh, it's too cold. I got to get back to Florida. I can't wear flip-flops here. And you screwed. Oh, Ross, come on, man. Do you want me to make fun of myself? Will it make you feel better?
No, it's all good.
Make fun of me, Paulie.
Dude, I'll just lift up my shirt a little bit and show you my impersonation of a potbelly pig. There you go. See?
The hell is that?
That was my belly.
That's the Buddha belly. You're supposed to rub it.
No, I haven't broke out the olive oil yet.
Supposed to rub it for good luck.
Yeah, I have my little wrestling tights over there, and I have like the canvas out on the floor. I'm just gonna spray some around. I'm gonna roll myself around in it a little bit. Maybe throw some panko breadcrumbs in there. Who the hell knows?
You should have seen all the pine cones we found at that squirrely freaking paradise he had going on over there.
Amo Putz has been there. I think Amo Putz was there last night. He was wearing a cape. He was super.
Were those big pine cones or just?
No, our pine cones are little dudes.
Yeah. I remember those little green ones, and yeah.
They're just little. They're little teeny things.
Rush, you got to work yourself up to them sequoia pine cones. I'm gonna tell you right now. Them things ruin your day. Hey,
that'll build character.
Dude, my dad and my stepmom go to California, and they spent like 3 weeks in Hawaii, right? So they're doing like all the national park things. They're like Portuguese pilgrims. They want to go experience America and why all this stuff was put away for us to keep ourselves grounded, right? She comes back. She's like, hey, I got you these gifts. She opens up her bag. She gives me these 2-foot long pine cones. I'm like, where the hell did you get these from? A super tree? She's like, no, they were in the national park. There was a sign that said, don't take them, but they sell them in the gift shop. So I just took them anyway. You fucking thief. You're robbing from a national park. You hardened criminal.
Skills.
Yes. And she's like the innocent old lady looking too. Like, nah, she wouldn't steal, would she? Nah, she can't run away. She didn't fucking steal. Oh, yeah. Dude, turn it to a metal detector. She's got fucking gold she panned for in the fucking Dead River. She's got all kinds of shit. She's like fucking Harry Houdini. Hey, I need a silver certificate from 1919. She pulls it out. I just happen to have 5. What the fuck is this? But anyway. Jackie, that was a great video, by the way. It really was.
Oh, thank you. Did you enjoy it out there?
Yes, I did. I felt kind of at home. I was channeling my inner putz, and I was like, "Ooh, this is kind of like my spot." No, I just can't sit up there and see my girls from my vantage point because they're going inside this year. So Skittles. Skittles.
It was cold. I had 4 layers on.
My 3 new daughters are Skittles, Rainmaker, and I think the other one's Blueberry Headband or Skywalker OG or something like that. I don't know, whatever the hell it is.
Oh, okay, Skywalker's good.
Yeah, I could have just been Chewbacca and been like, so, I can't do it. Hold on.
That guy.
There you go. I need some rum to do that.
Yeah, I see Sharon guy talking about the traffic in Baton Rouge. Yeah, it sucked. I was supposed to meet Stevie there and going to the airport there for like 5 hours. But yeah, the traffic around there was really terrible. Sorry.
Okay, rubbing Hilton's belly will bring you good luck. So.
Sorry, did you guys hear that? I was ready to smack the cat. It was her fault. If you had 2 eyes, it wouldn't have went out.
I would not suggest that, cats.
No, I wouldn't.
Cats might plan your demise, They've got that look about them that they're like,
Just
Hey,
playing
I'm
your
gonna tell you what. I seen this cat take a fly's testicles off, and she only got 1 eye. Imagine she had 2. She would have gave him a heart transplant, and he would have been in the recovery ward.
Barry Browning, what's happening, buddy?
She's brutal, dude.
Listening while driving. Well, be safe.
Yes,
She
please
is.
do.
She's brutal, I'll tell you.
Oh, you have one of those maniac? I have one of those
Barry,
maniacs.
pull
They
over,
look
there's blue lights
beautiful
behind
and
Get out of the
sweet.
car. Stand down. Watch my finger.
I didn't hear that.
There's how many
Not
miles.
pulling your
They
finger.
went to an idiot. They're like, fuck you. I don't have time. I got better things to do than sit here with your dumb ass. They just drive away. You're like, I'm out of here. I need a coffee. Maybe a donut. But yeah, that was a great video. It really, really was.
Thank you. Did you get to see could you see the mountains out there?
No, it was all black when I was watching.
Oh, last night. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You didn't see
yeah,
today.
no, I felt
Okay.
like fucking Stevie Wonder. I'm like, what the fuck?
It was all dark.
I couldn't even see
Jackie,
my
you were
hand in
showing just
front of
the
my
perspective
face.
from
What
a
are you
blind
talking
person.
about?
Yeah, I felt like a blind guy. I'm like, what the hell? What time is she looking at? I can't see shit. She shines a flashlight. There's still nothing there. What the hell's going on here? Bad reception. But it was good.
Yeah, well, we were following Patrick's
hey, what
lead,
you guys
and he
doing?
said go black or go dark. So we went dark, and it was black. I mean, it's.
I am not even going to touch that. So I am not. Following Patrick's lead, you got to go black. Just stop right there. Please. Please. Don't entice the juvenile with me.
Take a drink. Let that go.
Please.
Yeah, no.
Let it go sliding on by.
Yeah, I didn't know. Is
love
Emma in
everybody.
here tonight? I didn't see Emma. Well, Emma, if you show up or if you're here, happy belated birthday. I know your birthday was.
Yeah.
Guys, quick. Here's an identity crisis. That's not a dog, Chaos. You're going
What's
for
up,
the right
Flat Rock?
thing, That's not a dog. I
I was
digress.
trying to find something birthday-ish.
I don't even see her in chat. I just remembered that she's usually always here.
Those are dancing yogas.
Who else is here? Bat Mom is here.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Oh my gosh, Claude. He and his family just brought in a precious new baby great-granddaughter.
They did.
Oh, congratulations, cool.
Claude.
Van Damme.
Such a precious, precious, sweet thing.
Yeah, that was. I saw pictures. Very, very, very cute. 11 pounds.
Woo!
That's a big girl.
Telling you, they talk about these COVID babies as being like super babies. Yeah.
Interesting thought.
Damn dog.
It is. You should see some of those videos, man. Those little babies are like, what? They're walking at 3 months old. Like, okay, here, let me show you how this is done, people.
Doing backflips like a ninja, ballet.
Right?
You seen him use
On the
his
way
hammer? I
out.
saw it. Pretty impressive.
Just like, just scooching on out.
Yeah, so I was thinking, I was having a chat the other day with Blockbeard, and he was a little upset about the name of the boat, Blue Bayou, because that thing ain't too fast, and people are blowing by him instead of him blowing by them. So Blue Bayou doesn't really work. So now he was thinking of changing the name to Bones and Booze, and I was like, dude, there you go. Pirates like bones, and you definitely drink enough booze. You might as well just do that. Set the cruise control. You can sit behind the wheel. You can't get arrested for operating under the influence because you ain't driving. The computer is. They're going to throw that in jail? Good luck with that. Well, I saw a guy tonight when I left the liquor store, hammered, and he was riding a bike. He's on the sidewalk, and he's like, from curb to grass, the curb to grass, the curb to grass. I'm like, great. We're the bike police when you need them. Fucking guy. What do they give? What do they give you if you're on a bike? And
the trail was moving, Paulie.
No bullshit. I was driving and I wasn't.
You didn't see it? You didn't see that sidewalk going like over there, and then back over here, and then back over there.
Picture yourself on a ship by an island. You know what I mean? With tangerine bikes and marshmallow eyes. What was that guy doing over there? I crashed my bike and I just hit your apple right. I'm sorry, dude.
Paulie.
What's up, Uncle Bones?
Hey, Uncle Bones. Paulie, you have got to find this song. You ready to hear this song?
Looks like there's a guy.
You could probably you got to hear this song, and then you could sing it to us.
Yeah,
Us is a better singer than me. Talk about being humble, Russ. Good job. Pat yourself on the back with your arm and break it while you're at it. No, I'm kidding, dude. I'm to stop it. Don't be like that. People are so freaking sensitive, dude. You got a good voice. You can sing, dude. You got the hair. What the hell? The hair's everything. They don't care about what comes out of your mouth. They just want to look at your hair. And the bandana. They're like, oh, yeah, it's a rope back in your chair.
You're speaking truth here now.
Oh, shit.
All right, Jackie. What's the song? Sorry.
Okay. It's I wish.
Come on. Play Mr. Attitude. Go ahead. Go. Sorry.
What?
You can't play.
Go ahead. Your turn.
No, it's a comedy song.
It's what, asshole song?
It's a comedy song.
I'm just an average Joe with an average job. My name is Cowboy, and I live way, way down south. I like football and porn and books about war. Joe, you told me you like porn and football and books about war. I didn't just make that up. That's in your bio.
What's up, Daniel?
Hi, my name is Joe Pass. I like football, porn, and books about war.
Oh, I gotta show
got a
Daniel
nice-
something.
It's hardwood floors in my
minute.
house or some shit. How does that song go? I can't remember. Good.
So how's things up there, Paulie? How you doing?
We're done. We're done with pumpkins and mums and scarecrows. Oh my! And I'm doing season end maintenance. I'm washing, changing oil, doing waxing tractors, doing all that shit, getting all the equipment clean, putting it away for next year. It's pretty much what I'm
Right on.
doing till Christmas trees come. Then I'm going to be Santa Claus. Ho, 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 ho.
Ho ho ho.
How to
I
see
might even
that.
come on your show as Santa. I'll wear the suit and all, beard, boots. You got it.
Right on. That'd be
Super.
cool.
Nuts.
What do you got there, Dogger?
That's at Arrowhead. My son napped for me. He's
Oh, really?
learning how to nap. And
Map.
so I wanted to show Daniel.
Went mapping.
Those are cool.
Yeah, I finally found him.
Oh shit.
Jackie, can he do that to a pine cone?
Knowing my son, probably.
Damn, he can do it. I might get you one for Christmas.
It's funny.
Yeah, so since I'm old and fat and can't work as good as I used to, they're gonna put me in the red suit. I'm gonna have a basket full of candy canes. The kids ain't getting one. I'm gonna eat all of them while I'm out there. You want this, you little bastard? No, you've been bad all year. You're getting cold, and I'm eating. No, I wouldn't do that. It would be funny though.
These bad Santa.
Yeah, bad.
We learned from a guy named Rod, who's no longer with us, but yeah, he came out here to the cabin and spent some time, and actually they just sat out there next to the fire and just he had a whole bucket full of different pieces to nap.
Oh, Russ, that box, that thing I sent you earlier, that Sasquatch cigar box, that's real, dude. It's from a cigar company.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, that thing's badass. I'm gonna get me one. The box is like $40 to buy it separate. Sasquatch or
That's
whatever
not
it's called. That's the name of the company of the cigars. Saka Cigars, I think. They're either from Vermont or New Hampshire. You got one? I'll kill you.
No,
No, I wouldn't. No, I'm kidding. I don't mean it like that. You don't have one?
I kill you. No.
A key.
I kill you on the internet. I kill you softly and hardly.
Red rum. Sorry.
Oh, Jesus, red rum. Horror, my favorite. I like a red rum. Usually from someone's posterior after they walk the plank, I take a little drop and put it in me Bloody Mary.
You know what else? I have some really good news.
Yes.
So, was it a couple of weeks ago on Beasts of the Woods for Mark and Larry?
Yes.
We had a little drawing thing,
Oh yeah.
and Bama picked a number and
Two.
just random, and
Sure.
whoa, this girl right here.
You got
Yeah.
your book. Huh?
I
Oh,
did.
super cool. Awesome.
I
Very cool.
know. This is my first footy book, and it's signed.
Them guys do such a good job. I'll tell you though, wouldn't it be funny if they were Chuck and Larry? Because every time I hear Chuck and Larry or see the movie, I always think of the big fat bastard that runs down the stairs and their ass lands on both of their faces. And they go, "How you guys doing?" And they both give a thumbs down. Oh.
Dude,
I
Tom,
don't-
I love that shit.
So that was awesome. I got lots to learn now. It's my first footy book.
Sorry, Joe.
What?
I love you, buddy.
Are you having fun over there?
Who, me? I'm a one-person party, Jackie.
That's okay, Polly.
I can facilitate all the madness and much more.
We all enjoy the Polly party.
oh yeah.
Oh no, yeah, sometimes I mean it's edgy, you know what I mean? And again, you know, I always say I'll make fun of myself better than any of you can. So if you want to have at it, go right ahead. I'll just put you in your place and then you'll realize why this is what it is. It's to make people laugh and to have fun because you know what? It's a good thing. That's powerful juju right there, man. You can't do anything better than that other than having a lamp with Barbara Eden popping out of it and you get wishes. There's not much better
Barbara
than that,
Eden.
man. Yeah, that's the name, ain't it?
Jeez.
Oh, I'm showing my age, man. I've been around the sun
No,
51 times.
the original Genie, right?
Oh, I like Jeannie. Jeannie Bueno.
Yeah, the best Genie.
So Bigfoot in the Mound City is going to be in Mayaca this weekend for that camp out. Unfortunately, I'm not going to make it.
No,
No,
why?
I have other things to worry about than a camp out.
I do that all the
Come on,
time.
Russ. It's going to be a YouTube debut of Kumbaya, dude. You got this, man. Come on, you can do it.
No.
Dude, you'll have Sasquatches in the background. Kumbaya, my love, Kumbaya. Oh, look at they'll be screaming and shit, dude. It'll be awesome.
That's what I did last night.
That shit'll go viral.
That was the only song I could think of that came to mind.
Kumbaya. That's what shit. I ever see somebody singing Kumbaya, I'm stopping and punching them right in the face. Stop it. This world is not full
Bring
of
it, Polly.
Kumbaya.
Let's go.
I'm gonna comb your mustache and kick your ass.
Let's go.
No,
Stand
no,
southpaw.
Hey, that a friend of mine was a really good boxer. The only problem was he was a bleeder, so he didn't make it very far. Because if he got hit in the eye, it was a cut eye, and that was it. It was all over for him. But
What's up, Hoosier?
you know, but he used to do that. He would say when he would train for an opponent, he would train southpaw and he would train regular. So that at any point in the fight, if he was going in the wrong direction, he could switch to southpaw and it would fuck the other dude up because he trained for him being the other way. And when you come at him with a different look, it would mess him all up. And he won a lot of fights doing that. He just flipped the switch. He's like, all right, I'm going lefty.
That's right. It's a good
And the guy's
skill
like,
to
"Wait a
have.
minute, that's his twin brother. The other guy's a righty. I got screwed." It's like, no, dude, it's not. You got hustled. This is what you did. But anyway.
It's like ambidextry. Who does? You do?
Damn right I do.
What?
Yes, Squatch and Cowboy. Well, Connor just told you. Yeah.
Well, Connor, you know, when you
That's
smoke
good.
weed, everything tastes good. So
I don't know. I saw a video of Mogs cooking, and he looked like the Swedish chef from the fucking Muppets. All I heard was burp, 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 and he was chasing chickens around and shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on. What's this guy doing? His hair was in a ponytail. I thought it was a girl at first. And I'm like, no, it is Mogs. He had the white chef's hat on. It was kind of cool.
Chickens are fast.
No.
hey, Breeze.
All right, guys. I've bored you enough with my babbling and useless input to the show. I apologize. Next time I'll hit my encyclopedias because I don't have a computer, and I'll try to get some knowledge on this, and I'll come in informed. And now, Patrick, it's safe for you to come on. I want you to come out of your little safe space, and you can come on the show, and then you can wear that little hat that you have there. What's that? That little crocodile
Hey,
hat.
lovely.
Patrick's gonna whoop your tush, boy.
Oh, come on. He gave you good intel last night, didn't he? You did what he told you. What happened? Right?
It worked, right? See,
Okay.
no one, as far as he's concerned, he could just be like, bye, see y'all.
In
He's
complete
like,
and
here's my
utter
mic.
seriousness.
Just drop that
Complete and
baby.
utter seriousness. No joking. He
Peace
said,
out,
do this, Jackie,
dude.
do this. All of a sudden you did it. And next thing you know, you had a knock solo over there. It was like Neil Peart hitting trees.
Right?
You had 100 Sasquatch over there. You know, so I mean,
Something crazy. I don't even know.
He has experience in the field, and you know, I say this all the time, and really, I just would like someone to answer this for me. Why is everyone's experience different? Do they have a bullshit meter? Do they point to that you and go, that guy's full of shit? Fuck him. We ain't even wasting our time with him. Just go from person to person to person.
Right. Like last night we were talking about that when we got home because there's so many times where you're listening to people and like what happened to us.
Yes, right.
Like, and you're like, that's such bullshit. Like,
and another Jackie, once they point the
break.
bullshit meter at him and the Sasquatch discover that the person that they pointed the meter at is full of shit, what is their first response? Being the helpful beings they are. They want to scare the shit out of you. So you're not burdened by all that. And that's why some people have bad experiences, because as soon as they scare the shit out of them, it's a horrible experience. It isn't, hey, let's have breakfast.
Right.
So,
well, I'm really intrigued, like there's only so much that we can follow his true methods, because he's got,
right.
like
That's his
he's
deal.
got a good, I mean, the bit that we did follow, holy moly, it was impressive. It was truly impressive.
You're not going to get those results if you've never used them in the field and they produced. Why would you tell someone, yeah, my name's Pinocchio. By the way, if you do this, this, and this, you're going to sit by the campfire and eat s'mores with Sasquatch and sing Kumbaya. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work that way. It's, I just can't wrap my head around how it varies so much, but there are so many similar factors in everyone's story. There's always so many common factors that bring it together. It's like the gluten in it, right? It brings everything together, holds it all together. But there's people that can go, they have relationships with them, they send them Christmas cards, you know what I mean? Sasquatch sends them berry bushels and all this shit, and they're picking out stuff out in the woods. Hey, my buddy, have some berries. Just don't eat the brown ones. They make me berries. But you know what I mean? It's crazy how it's so 180. It's pleasant, it's traumatizing.
Right.
So why is that?
I know, right? Does it have, I can't say that it's because of someone's, well, I don't know. Is it they're reading something? Because people, how sometimes you're in a mood.
Yep.
And your mood can be completely different.
Well,
Yep.
And it doesn't really necessarily say you're ugly. Sorry, what'd you say, Muggs?
Oh, they could be reading your intent when you go in the woods.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I had a shitty day the other day. I posted something crazy on Facebook, but it was lyrics from a song that I wrote. And everybody's like, you can't do that. And I'm like, and I'm thinking in my mind, I know what it means, but I can see where everyone else thought it meant something way more.
Yeah, I saw the post.
Yeah, it's kind of it's you've heard the song, you know what I mean? It's just me and an acoustic guitar just doing whatever. Unfortunately, I can't play anymore. I wish I could, but my diabetes is so bad that my neuropathy, I can't hold the neck of the guitar for more than 3 minutes, and I can't feel my fingers, and I can't do chords because I can't feel where my fingers are going. And then, if I'm not on the string right, it sounds like crap. And they're like, dude, would you just stop playing? Yeah, like 25 years ago, jackass. It's diabetes' fault. Go blame Wilford Bradley or whatever the hell is that guy's name. I'm here to talk to you about diabetes.
That procedure I just had is for neuropathy.
Really?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah. Because I haven't been able.
Thought it was complications from your situation.
I haven't been able to do this in over a decade.
Hold the cup with that hand.
Yeah, these fingers have always been numb, and I couldn't hold any weight with this hand at all. If you'd notice, I used to have to hold it like a little baby, two-handed, but now I can. Hey, I'm an adult now. Look at me.
So, again, don't entice the juvenile, please. Don't do it. Please don't do it. I'm trying to be good here. You want to see something funny right here? Look who got in
I'm a big girl now.
Wondering all the rum went.
I'm sorry, I can't
She has only one eye. Try to follow her around when she's drunk. She looks like she's Chinese. She should have been Siamese.
Oh, I was worried which one eye you were trying to show us, Polly.
No, that one's covered by the tail, Jackie. I'd have to lift that up, and I'm not touching that. Sorry, I'm not interested in dirty cookies. So.
No.
So, Sophie, are you drunk? Sophie, wake up. Sophie, wake up.
Sophie.
What's up, Dave Stewart? Good to see you.
You fucking drunk. But anyway.
Okay.
I want to.
So, Polly, that song.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Jackie. Sorry.
It's Hey, Scary Looking.
Okay. So I need to look that up on YouTube?
Yeah.
Well, I can't do that right now because I'm on StreamYard.
Right. But when you learn, I am just, please, for me, learn that song. It'll be hilarious. I think you could pull it off.
Do I
I
need-
was going to do it, but I think you could pull it off. It'll
You
be
do
funny
it, Mike.
coming from you.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
No,
That may be my-
it will.
that may be my
It'll be a
Christmas present to you.
classic.
So I'm giving you all the Yule log. I'll sing, "Hey, scary looking."
Hey, Jeff.
Alrighty, kids. And on that note, I'm going to leave you with a really, really cheesy joke. This is going way, way, way back in time. So some of you youngins that are in chat are not going to understand this. But there's this guy named O.J. Simpson. And before he killed the girl named Nicole Kidman, or whatever her name is, Nicole, whatever that girl's name is, I don't know. Oh, you woke up now. There's no more rum. He drank it all. Anyway, he was a famous football player. We all know this, right? So when OJ was playing for the Bills and he was famous and he was doing Avis commercials, jumping over luggage in the airport and doing all that shit. What was OJ Simpson's jock called?
What was his what?
His jock strap called. You wouldn't know that, Mogs, would you?
No.
I
So-
was trying to get creative, but
No, all right. So
It's
I'm just
not
going to
working.
give you into all of this. His jock was called the Great American Ball Carrier. And on that note, I'm going to let you guys go. See ya. Yar.
thanks, Polly.
Only here.
Only here. Poor Polly.
Jake at State Farm is here.
Hey.
Yeah, Nicole Brown Simpson was her name. She was murdered.
Yeah, that was a tragedy.
Yeah, it was.
There was multiple people murdered.
Yeah.
3, right? Or 2, and then 1 was injured. Yeah. But
Thanks for that,
that just veered to the left.
Paul. Really?
Yeah.
It's here.
So we're gonna try and go out again tonight.
Right on.
Thanks, Mike. My nemesis.
WTF, Mike. Leslie, Cryptids Canada, how are you? Good to see you.
Yeah.
Guys, be sure to check out Leslie's channel if you haven't already. If you like narrations, she does an amazing job.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely go over there and check her out. Also, if Sean's still around, check out Sean Graham over at Chasing the Truth. He does a good show.
Great show.
I
And
just
he
have
saved our live last night.
What's that?
And he was the savior of the live last night.
Oh, by finding the sending the link,
Yeah.
sharing it.
Mm-hmm. Joe Parker. Oh, really? Dogger. Oh, tastes like chicken. I know. I'm a big girl now.
Uh-oh.
Khakis.
What's up, Joe? Good to see you.
Yeah. I haven't worn khakis in forever.
I was looking at some of the footage that I had taken from the Tennessee trip. I was showing Stevie, and when we were sitting with Joe Parker and Joe Pass and Kenny and all of us were hanging out at Blue's tent, Blue Eyed Northern's tent. That last night we had dinner. Had a bunch of footage of that. That was cool, watching it. And then it rained on us. Ugh. That rain was terrible. Hey, Brandy. Who else?
Jake at State Farm. I was slow on his roll of the khaki joke.
Thank you, joke. Khakis.
Yeah.
Mo, did you take the lady friend out for coffee like I asked? No.
Oh, you're going down
What's that?
now. It's on.
I have to check. I keep forgetting about looking backstage.
Oh, yeah, I can't see who's backstage either.
No one backstage.
Um,
I'm just continuously posting the link in
sorry.
chat because I think no one else can do it.
You feel comfortable giving them food, maybe marbles or well, we did leave a granola bar and chicken bones out there last night, and I do have like dog food out front and a couple bowls of dog food for the camp robbers and magpies and stuff. They love dog food for some reason. They prefer that over to the seeds. Because we have seeds out there too, but they're like, yeah, screw that. We want those.
Go for the hearty stuff.
Yeah. They want the goods.
So yeah, guys, the link is in chat if anybody wants to pop on. Like
Patrick Vaughn should. Hey, Jeff. What's up?
Hey, how are you guys?
what's up, dude?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Thought I'd pop on after Paulie offended everybody. I thought, didn't he kill that woman? Yeah, he did.
That song, Iron Dogger. Hey, scary looking. Is that the meth song?
Yes.
I see it over on my computer. I just wanted to. I'm not going to push play though.
Oh, it's good. It's
So
a
I've
good
been
one.
watching all your videos lately, Jack. You've been busy out there in the woods.
Yeah. It's nice, like I was saying earlier, to be able to go live because I don't have to record it.
Yeah.
And usually I won't because I don't want to take up the space on my phone half the time. So with this, it doesn't even save to my device. So it doesn't use up any of my space.
It's also nice for your viewers because it's just a change of pace, you know.
Yeah.
It's not scripted. It's not what you see is what you get.
Scripted. I don't script anything. I'm on the fly.
You mean
Right,
when you're
right.
laying in bed when you first wake up and do those videos, you don't have a cue card there that you...
No. Oh my God. Could you imagine me trying to read? Let me tell you that.
So how have you been doing? Are you feeling good? Or, I mean, you have to be with how much you've been out and about, I would think.
Well, we go out. I try and get out at least an hour, an hour or two each day. That's usually my goal is to try and get
Nice.
up and out. Sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't.
How about you, Mogs? How's Stevie doing? And
Good. Hello.
he's got her tied up in the corner again.
Oh no, here we go.
Put the gag back in, would you? No. She's doing good.
So what'd you think of Patrick's method out there, Jeff?
Yeah, I like all of Patrick's methods, to be honest with you. But I mean, I think they're all worth trying. But what I was curious about was some of those trails that you were running that UTV on were in the dark. Were like, when you run up and then you're shining the light around and stuff. I've been in that situation before where when I'm running out there when you're really remote, you're running around, whether it's in the winter on a snowmobile or whether it's in the summer or fall on a UTV, I love to just be going balls to the wall and just kill it and just stop and turn it off. So everything's just blacked out.
Yeah.
And then don't even turn a flashlight on. Just sit there and listen, It's like, see if something was running behind you or see if something is paralleling you, It's like when you stop and it's idling and you're shining the light around, it's like, it's cool to see if you see any eye shine or nothing. But I just go crazy when I can't hear. You know what I mean? It's like I gotta turn this thing off. You know.
We could try that.
But then I'm always worried. Geez, if you're out there real remote, is the damn thing gonna start again? You know what happens if it don't? It's a long walk in the dark back to.
Couple mile hike.
But yeah. So
I'm reading chat, guys. I apologize.
I don't even have it up.
No, just looking. If you guys have any questions or you want to, whatever, just put it in chat so I can read
Fun.
it.
It's fun to put videos like that out though, because I mean, so many people just don't get how remote some of these areas are. And and it's just because they've never really been out there. They've never seen it. They don't have that visual, you know. When I talk about the areas that I work in and up in the northern part of Minnesota, I mean, if you're familiar with Minnesota, you don't get what it is up there. I mean, I heard on another channel they were talking about populations of Bigfoot and, you know, how human interaction affects it, you know, and things like that. And I'm thinking, you know, when you consider how remote Canada, Alaska, Washington, virtually all of Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, when you think about how dense those areas are with forest, when we're talking about a population across North America, I think probably only 30% or less of them are even subjected to human interaction, because the discussion is being had by so many people in Florida and Texas and Oklahoma and Virginia and, you know, all these places where there's sightings, but they don't get how remote it is up there in these areas that there's no sightings there. I mean, just so few sightings there because it's so remote. There is no human interaction to have encounters. I mean, sightings are bound to happen if there are Bigfoot in Kentucky and Ohio and places like that, that you're bound to have encounters, but you don't get how remote it is in some of these areas where I think probably the majority of their population lives, but you just don't hear about interaction because there isn't really a lot of interaction. But
Well, I've been watching today. I was watching Life Below Zero, and it's all about these different homesteaders and stuff in Alaska, from all the way up like the Arctic Circle to just all over Alaska, man. I did some harsh shit. I don't know how, like, I watched these guys on their sleds, you know, cruising around on their little Polaris, and I don't know how you did it, Iron, because that's some crazy shit. You know, the wind out there and, you know, the sub-zero temperatures, and my God, kudos to you.
Yeah, it's brutal up here. And
Yeah.
no, it's absolutely brutal.
yeah, there's just, when you get to, you know, parts of the country where it's a bunch of towns with a few forest areas amongst them versus a giant forest that every hour or so there's a little town, you know, it's like it's totally
hard
different.
For people to fathom that we don't have road systems to most of these towns up here. Like, there's no roads. You're not driving to it.
The poker runs we go on in northern Minnesota on our snowmobiles, I mean, we're flying across frozen lakes and through the forests and stuff, and it's like we'll go 80, 90 miles an hour flying along for an hour to get to the next town. I mean, if you think about this, like faster than you go on an interstate, just flying down these trails
though, right?
Well, they're not all groomed, but most of it's flat.
Yeah.
I mean, it's forested, so it's a lot of maneuvering and stuff. But the poker runs I go on in northern Minnesota versus, let's say, over in Laramie, Wyoming and stuff, those are going up over passes and stuff and getting into some of those deep powder areas. Is totally different. You could do most of your sledding in northern Minnesota on XC style snowmobiles and not even need a deep lug, you know, 1.25 inches, and you can go pretty much wherever you want to go. But You
That's
get
the
over in
required
Wyoming and
lug on the Iron
Wyoming.
Dog. All the Iron Doggers run a 600 short track, 1.25 inches.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to run, back in the
Over
day,
the
like
Denali mountain range.
600 and 700 XC Polarises, with boost bottles and things like that. But I mean, they were all 1.25 inches. Now you got 159-inch track RMKs with 2.25 inch lugs. I mean, it's just ridiculous,
Yeah.
But
Yeah. It's pretty
Leslie,
awesome.
let me know what kind of sled you have, Jeff.
what's that?
What kind of sled do you have?
I just got a new Polaris, brand new one. Finally got it. I was waiting for it for a while, but I've always ran Polaris. I've got friends that run Yamahas. I've never been a big Arctic Cat guy. We always referred to them as ditch pickles, and the guys I run with, the green ditch pickles, but now they make Arctic Cats in orange and every other color too. But no, and Bombardier Skidoo makes good sleds. It's kind of like trucks or vehicles. It used to be 20 years ago, they really, it wasn't just brand specific. Some of them actually were better than others when it comes to vehicles. But when you look at the tolerances they build engines to now and the synthetic fluids they run them all on, I mean, in cars, even a frickin' piece of shit Hyundai will go 500,000 miles. They don't make bad cars anymore. And I think that's kind of the way the snowmobile market has become. I mean, you can rave about what brand you're loyal to, but none of them are bad anymore. I mean, they're just all good.
The only time that the difference happened was back in 2003 when Skidoo came out with the Rev platform, and they were like, bye-bye, Fields. See you later. And they just said, woo! And they left everybody behind because when they repositioned your body on the snow machine, it changed everything.
Well, and it was so drastically different looking. It really took a lot of time for people to get onto that. But now you see the short front frame Polaris and Yamaha styles. They're all kind of built on that same setup. But for a while, seeing that
400 pounds,
that 22-inch long front hood versus the big nose on the Polarises and stuff, it's like, man, that thing looks weird.
Yeah, man, that thing could turn on a dime. I mean, just I could corner like. Oh, I just loved, man. That was so different going from the Edge chassis to that was night and day. Because the Edge chassis was Polaris's, meal ticket.
Yeah. When Polaris started kind of I'd say cross breeding their sleds between the RMK and the XC platform, and they started coming out with the Switchback. And the Switchback was kind of your trail sled that had deep powder capability yet. It was kind of in between. And now it's just a matter of how long of a track do you want? Because even a lot of these trail sleds, if you've got the right track on it, you can get to damn near anything. It seems like.
I had that 440 XCR. There was only 2 in the state. I had one. That thing was bad to the bone. 97. That thing was so damn sweet. I could eat 700s up all day long on that thing, all day long.
We were in. I had a 700 XC that had a boost bottle on it, and I called it a man killer because I went 130 miles an hour on it one time across a frozen lake, and I didn't know it could go that fast. I knew it would go 110, 150. I didn't think it'd go that fast. But we were up in
being clocked on them because then you know what your actual speed is.
It's cool, but we had one night here where we had like 10 inches of fresh powder in one night, and the plows hadn't been out or nothing. And it was about 1 a.m. I'm like, shit, I'm going to take this thing for a ride real quick. And I opened the garage door and just took off. And I was driving down the middle of the highway. Like, I mean, it's just a foot of powder right down the middle of the highway down to a lake that was down the road from me. And I got on this lake and I just thought, I'm going to see how I only had the sled for a couple of weeks and I just got this boost bottle thing where it equalizes both cylinders on it. I wanted to see how fast I could go. So I'm hammering it and I'm by myself and it's dark. I got the headlight up, it's illuminating pretty good out in front. But I mean, the time it takes to look when you're going over 100 on a snowmobile, the time it takes to look forward and then get your depth perception right to see a speedometer and then look back up again. I mean, everything's going by you so fast. And when I hit 120, I looked down at that speedometer and I looked up and I saw something orange come right past me. And I was like, what the F was that? I turned around and looked. And somebody had been ice fishing and drilled a hole and had about a foot of frozen slush around that hole. It was frozen solid like a rock now. And there was a tip up with an orange flag on it that they'd forgot to pick up when they left ice fishing that day. And I missed that thing by 2 feet, but had it with one ski or one edge of my track at 120 miles an hour, it would have been like hitting a foot tall rock or stump, and it probably would have killed me, but it was sobering. I mean, you slow down right away and realize when you're riding by yourself at night, you can't be doing that shit. You need to be where if you have a catastrophic accident that somebody's at least knows where the hell you are and knows what you're doing. But
yeah, it gets dangerous fast and those dominoes go down really quickly. Yeah.
What was the line? Don't look down.
Don't look down.
Have you ever seen any of the sled neck videos, Jackie?
Mm-hmm.
So Sledneck 7, when they were filming that, we were in Laramie and we were unloading our sleds in the parking lot and there's a film crew there. And this guy comes flying and jumps up the one side of the parking lot and clears all the way over, jumps over 2 enclosed snowmobile trailers on a sled, clears the parking lot, and lands on the other side of the parking lot. And we were just laughing our ass off like they were filming this for this. Slednex is like a mashup video. Each volume has like 100 different stunts done by people. Just crazy shit on snowmobiles.
Yeah.
But we went up to Medicine Bowl in Wyoming. It's about a 4,000 foot climb up this hill that's real wide, like almost like a ski run, real wide. And as you got towards the top, you either split right or left because in the middle there was a lip with a straight drop about probably 100 feet down before it started to catch the incline of the hill, And these guys would run up it and then they'd get to the top and nobody would go up the middle because it was straight up and down for 100 feet. But they got to the top and there was a film crew at the bottom, the same film crew from the parking lot. And I was talking to them. I said, what are you guys filming? And they're like, well, we got a couple of our riders and we had them go all the way to the top. And then in the middle where that lip is, they had them pull out. Let me see here. They had them pull out to this lip and stick their skis off the edge. And they were going to have them just bail off this 100-foot drop. And then it's so steep that once your tail hits and your sled comes down, you really got to be working the brakes on and off so that you don't roll it or whatever. And these guys had pulled up to this a couple different times and they kept chickening out. And I said, oh shit, I'll do that. And I flew up there and I was with my wife's dad and a couple of her brothers. And I got up to the top and pulled with my skis poking over. And I stood up and looked over the front of the windshield straight down. And oh my gosh, this is a long drop, But I had an XC. And since my tail wasn't as long, my tail wouldn't hammer it and pull it down as hard. You know what I mean? As if you had a 155-inch track on it. And so I'm looking down and people were like ants way down there. And I could see my father-in-law sitting there going, no, don't do it, you know. And I just hammered it and flew off this thing. And it felt like you threw me out of a plane on my snowmobile. I mean, it was just falling forever. And then I could feel the tail start dragging in the powder. And when my front end came down, that was the trickiest part of feathering the brake and trying to, because it would want to fishtail if you grabbed the brake too much. And it was just trying to drag your speed off as you kept, you know, declining a little bit and leveling off, and finally got to the bottom.
Tripping your
And
clutch.
then once I did it, well, then everybody went up and started doing it. You know, like one asshole lived through it, so now we'll all do it. But the guy was like, hey, give me your address. I'll send you a copy of our video when we get it. And it was about a month and a half later, my package came and it was Sled Next 7. I watched it and it was on there. So it was kind of cool.
Awesome.
But
Awesome. Yeah, my husband used to ride with the Turnagain Hardcore guys up here. That's some awesome stuff. But the crazy stuff with those guys is they have you do all that crazy stuff, you know, those big, huge, massive jumps, and they are just brutalized.
yeah, we were on the backside of this big pass in Laramie, to where when you're on the backside of this mountain, there really wasn't any way to get, like if you broke down, you'd have to pull your sled up over through this pass, and it was just a pain in the ass. And
Turnagain.
one of the guys that was with us was flying across a meadow that had about 2.5 foot of powder in it and hit a boulder and ripped his right ski off. And it was just dead in the water. Well, we went back and they flew a helicopter out there and they put a harness on the sled and pick it up and fly it back over the pass and drop it back at the lodge. And you pay like a $1,500 bill. I mean,
Yeah,
if you
that's
don't
what
have
we
a
up
nice
here.
sled, you're probably just going to leave it there.
You can actually, yeah, I forgot the group that does it up here, but you can actually pay like an insurance and they'll just come
yeah.
rescue your sled
Yeah.
wherever.
They also have a big flatbed on skis that's like 4 foot by 8 foot long, and it's on skis, and you can hook it behind a deep track sled and pull out there and throw it on it and come back with it if you
Yeah.
want. I mean, if you can. You depend on the time of year that coming through the pass, you might be able to do that. But
Well, since Alaska is in the snow most of the time, and most of our villagers have to like that is their only mode of transportation other than dog team, you should see some of the equipment up here.
no, I bet it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, yeah, it comes some serious MacGyvers up here.
That was my
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, yeah, you see some really custom stuff. You're like, oh wow, I like.
You see that with the bush with the bush pilots and their planes too.
Mhm.
Some of the custom stuff they make. I went to high school in South Dakota, flatland of the world. It seems like all cornfields. And one of the guys I graduated with, right when he graduated, moved to Alaska. He had gotten his pilot's license in high school. Was flying for a couple of years, moved to Alaska and started apprenticing and flying with somebody, and within a year bought his own plane, and to this day he's still flying. He's had like 8,000 flights into the bush with his plane dropping people off, and it's just now he's flying helicopters, and he takes those guys out helicopter skiing and shit where they just drop them on mountains and
Yeah.
let them go.
Yeah,
But
yeah, we have a lot of that up here. Hella skiing. That's pretty
yeah,
awesome.
I'm getting too old to even contemplate some of that shit anymore, but I'll still go where I can go on a snowmobile. But I used to do a lot of skiing and snowboarding. It's like that you don't realize how out of shape you are until you go down a Black Diamond mogul run at 50 years old and realize you don't have that what it takes anymore. But
Yeah. At least you try it.
well, you got to know what you can't do. You don't know what you can't do unless you try.
Know your limit. Know your limit.
But
I'm always testing mine. Push, push, push.
That's how you find out what they are.
yep. So, do you do any hunting up there? I mean, it's hunting season.
Up here?
for a lot of stuff. Yeah.
No, it's not. No, our hunting season's done in September.
Oh, it's over with?
Yeah.
We're just
definitely
getting
do
going
hunting up
here on our whitetail rut here. It's just starting this week. I've been
Yeah,
bow
we
hunting
usually
for about a
have
month,
those.
but yeah, it's tree stand time now.
Mm. Yeah,
And it's
no,
just starting to get cold. It's going to snow Thursday, so
it's supposed to snow tonight. Hopefully.
Don't have that problem.
no. Are you in Arizona
That's
yet,
awesome.
or
No,
Yeah,
I'm still.
problem. It makes everything so quiet. I mean, talk about, noise dampening. It just, everything
Oh,
just
I love
quiets
this.
down.
I just hate the cold.
yeah, we get really inconsistent wind this time of year. We had 3 days in a row where it was blowing 30 mile an hour, and then all of a sudden it's zero. I mean, there ain't a breeze for a couple days, and really makes a difference if it's wet air or dry air. But
Yeah.
they're just finishing up getting all the corn out of the fields around, and the deer have been moving quite a bit. I've got them all over on my cams right now, but the bachelor groups of the bucks have broken up, and they're starting to compete for who's getting who and sectioning off the does, and it's getting crazy. You drive around, you got to keep your eyes peeled because there's deer chasing deer all over the place now. But
Yeah. Awesome.
Oh, they're in rut, right?
yeah, in our part of the country, they said that the rut would be rolling at the 14th and peaking at the 18th, but that's all. I don't know. They say that depending on what field you subscribe to, daylight, the amount of daylight in a day is going to determine that photo process of when they come in the rut. Others will say it's more the temperature plays a role in it, things like that. But you can pretty much download an app on your phone that you put in your zip code, and it'll tell you the day rut's starting and the day it's ending pretty much. I mean, they've got it figured out pretty well.
Yeah, I think even How to Hunt, that dude Steve that's an app.
Yeah, I use Onyx for all of my GPS stuff and boundary positioning, tell them where private land ends, public land begins, stuff like that. I like it because I can click on any place I want to, and it'll bring it up and look at county records and tell me who owns it. Shows me their address. I can vox that in the field in 1 minute, figure out somebody's phone number and call them and say, hey, I'm out here on public land and I'm on the line of your private land, and we shot a deer and it went down your yard. Can we go get it? I mean, it's like you don't need to go back to town to figure that shit out. You just do it out in the field now. But
Nice.
What else is here? What's up, Gypsy Road? What else?
the Japanese Bigfoot.
I've never ridden a sled before, so you guys just rattling on and on. I'm like, give me a Polaris side by side though, and I'm good to go.
I'm really a big.
How many hours you got on those?
Last year, I got a new Can-Am side by side and put
Which one?
camel. It's a 1200, and we put Camoplast tracks on it. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds. We use it for pulling the ice shack around and ice fishing out of, running and gunning with that. The only thing I didn't like about those tracks is they throw up little gumdrops. Have you ever seen that? The way that they're, the paddles on them and stuff and cleats on them, they have little dimples that are, it looks exactly like a dot, the candy dots. So when I'm running, it's like raining, throwing up dots, like snow dots behind me. And if I pull my ice shack without putting a cover on it. I'll get to where I'm fishing and I'll go to, and it's literally completely filled with snow dots. But
Yeah.
I don't know what was the purpose of that. They made those like that, but
I've seen the tracks before, but I've never. I know somebody had bought them for his Polaris somewhere in Colorado, and they got delivered to when I was working in Sedona. Those things are pretty cool, though. You know.
yeah, on the lakes around here where you get a lot of snow cover, I like using snowmobiles, but they just aren't set up for augers and everything else, equipment like that. And we get so many slush pockets around here. So let's say you have 1.5 feet of snow on the ice and you're barreling through it with a traditional four-wheeler or a side-by-side. You've got all the snow over the ice, but the ice isn't flat. You'll get to a point where that snow's insulated that ice and the ice started melting on top of it. So you've got 1.5 feet of ice that maybe has 6 inches of water between that where the snow starts. So you'll be flying through the snow. All of a sudden, it feels like you just fell through the ice and went in the lake, but you just hit a slush pocket. But with tracks or snowmobiles, you don't really notice those. You just float right over the top of them. You have more of a footprint. So those are kind of nice using once you get a lot of powder. They're not real convenient when you only have 1 inch or 2 of snow over the ice. So, I mean, they aren't. Probably better off with a traditional four-wheeler at that point. But I'm going to let you guys go.
When you're on a sled, Jeff, and this is what you're going to have to try sometime. I don't know if you've got river systems probably there that are set up for it, but like the Yukon and stuff, you can get on that sucker and just tape it. Just tape it to the bar and just hold it, and you will just
we do,
and we'll go numb, just locked on there for hours.
We have a couple rivers around here we sled where we'll be flying.
Are you gonna blow your motor?
We have rivers around here that we run that we fly across open water all the time on them. You'll be flying along on 6-8 inches of ice, and there's 100-yard stretch of open water, and it's more dangerous to stop. You just hammer down and go.
It's mandatory on the Iron Dog.
Yeah.
You're crossing open rivers that will yank your sled and drag it.
I remember when I was...
It is deep, and it is scary and terrifying at times.
When I was like...
And then Norton Bay, you got to cross Norton Bay on a snow machine.
When I was
open water at its finest.
When I was 9 years old, my family had snowmobiles, and I had my own at 9 years old. I had a little Skidoo TNT 292, I think it was.
Yeah, we grew up with them.
Back then there were so many manufacturers of snowmobiles. Massey Ferguson.
Deere, Scorpion, there were so many. Yeah.
We had Scorpion TK Whips.
Yeah.
Mercury made snowmobiles. Mercury had cool snowmobiles. Yeah. But I remember...
those old Mercs.
I was pulling my dad down. We were flying down the river, and my dad was in just one of those plastic, probably 5 foot long by 18-inch wide sleds, with the sides on it. And we had a rope on the front of it behind my snowmobile, and I was pulling him behind it. And we lived right on the edge of the river, and I pulled onto the ice and was flying down the river pulling him, and there was open water in front of me. And at that time, I was probably 12, but I flew across this open water. My dad's on the sled skipping across the open water, screaming at me because he thought he was going to fall into this river, but I shouldn't have done it.
You get water on those belts, you're done.
Yeah, I didn't actually. When we made it across, I kept going and was pulling him down this other trail to get back to our house. And then when we got to the house, I kept going down further, and I didn't want to stop because I knew he was going to whoop my ass when he got off that sled. I was going to drive until I ran out of gas.
Right. That's funny. You've been on a lot of shows lately. You've been on like a run.
Yeah, I
You're gonna have your own show soon?
mostly Hyveless B. I've been on his a few times, and I was on Pat's over at Squatch Talk. I did about 2 weeks ago. I was on She Squatchers, and they're having me back on tomorrow night, and then I should be done. I don't think there'll be. I don't have anything else scheduled, so. The She Squatchers one will be fun. They're a pretty fun group.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I'm not gonna do my own. It's the last thing this community needs is another freaking YouTube host. Right?
Tubers and fitters.
You guys, there's plenty of people with shows. I can just go hijack yours for half hour here, 45 minutes there. I don't need to have my own channel. I honestly, if I did, I wouldn't even do scheduled shows because the schedule is so filled. I'd just say, hey, look, the kind of material I'd probably cover through research and stuff like that would just be like, look, every 2 or 3 weeks when there's something notable to talk about, maybe I'd do a show on it, but I don't think I'd be trying to do something where it's once or twice a week. There's enough guys like you and Pat, and you guys are doing such a good job, and Joe, and I don't think there's really a need for it from my point of view. But I mean, for me to do it, and there's a lot of good. A lot of what makes these shows really good is they're getting guests on that talk about things that are pertinent and interesting, and some of these, like Brent from the Tall Ones, some of these guys, I really like the way some of these people interview people,
Yeah.
they don't ask the same questions over and over. Like,
Yeah.
I see Doug Hychek going on shows and everybody asks him the same shit over and over. And it's like, listen, man. They're like, hey, tell us about the time you were at your cabin and you had the encounter when your daughters were there. It's like, dude, he's told that 20 times over and over. He doesn't even like telling that anymore. I'd look at the last 5 shows a guest has been on and the things they've been asked, and I'd make a list of shit to ask them that nobody's asked them yet. Because to me, that's what would be interesting. Otherwise it's just a carbon copy of the last show that guest was on, But
my dog's up in my lap.
well, I'm gonna let you guys go. Maybe WTF Mike or somebody will hop on here. Your Nemesis.
30 minutes left.
We almost got him on
I stopped.
last week on Thursday, but you weren't there, and we thought, well, that'd be kind of a waste if he got on and Jackie wasn't here.
Oh yeah, I wasn't feeling good last Thursday.
Why would it have been a waste? It would have been awesome.
Well, everybody wants to.
See us tear it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could probably Moses' PayPal would probably go through the roof on that number, so get you and Mike hashing it up. He does it
especially after last night's episode.
It's all fun. I mean, he's a character. I like him.
I do too. He's a cool dude.
Well, you guys take care. Tell Stevie I'm keeping her in my prayers and hope everything's going well with her.
Just did.
All right, bud. Well, you guys have a good night, and we'll see you later.
See you,
All right,
Jeff.
thanks, Jeff.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There. Wow. Didn't need to know that much about snowmobiles.
No?
No, I
Some
just
people are
felt
interested.
No, that's cool though. I saw you were all perked up, like, oh yeah, I remember that machine and that machine. Like, that's cool.
Any conversation when you don't know the topic, it's like, Yeah, that's what was really cool about going on with Daniela and Jason. It's the most I had talked about the Iron Dog.
No, that's
It's
great.
pretty
I don't
interesting.
know why you never talked about it here.
No, because you get that reaction or that reaction.
Yeah.
What'd you just say? The most
Oh,
I ever
about-
learned about snow
no,
machines.
so much about machines.
Blah 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 blah. What was it? Yeah, let's talk about the Iron Dog after that comment.
Wow.
Right? Am I wrong?
No, I really don't have anything to say right now.
All right. That's cool.
No, I wasn't trying to be. I never knew so many. I don't know. Just didn't expect to hear so much about all these different machines. I felt out of place because I don't know what you guys were talking about.
You never know what you're going to talk about on here now, do you?
No, I know that. I get it. Brandy said she loved hearing about snowmobiles.
Brandy's awesome.
No, I thought they're cool. I've never ridden one. I always wanted to. My buddy had one and then I moved away. It's before the winter came around. He bought a brand new one. Never got to ride it.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
So yeah, guys, I'm putting the link in chat. Anybody else wants to come on? We still have about 20 minutes left. Let me just copy that to clipboard. All right, link is in chat, I think. Yes. Who else? So what's up, Jackie?
Not much.
When are you doing what do you call it? Damn it. The four-wheeler one.
Speak, man, speak.
Yeah. What the hell's the name of that damn? Oh, the Baja. You gonna do it or what? That's the one I'll go to. It's a little warmer.
A little warmer. You got to cross the border for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, my husband has family that they're right there in Ensenada, right at the start.
Oh, nice.
They rent their the family house out to a race team, the Hooters race team.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Par says I ride my bike in cold weather. I could deal with a snowmobile ride. Yeah, when I was I lived in Minnesota. I mean, Wisconsin. There were trails everywhere up there. Same up in like northern New Hampshire as well. I was amazed at how many miles of trails there were up there.
Yeah, they're all groomed and nice, and
Oh, gorgeous.
they all have like etiquette.
No one's backstage. Stevie's like, check backstage.
I think Murray might come on. That would be awesome.
Yeah, Murray. I just put the link in chat. Yeah, it's still there.
Oh.
Yes, that's the only time I was on a snowmobile was in front of Walmart. It cost me 25 cents.
Those are the best rides.
Mopar says he has a friend that races Baja trucks.
Oh, Shipman is your buddy, huh? Huh. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome.
I used to love
Baja is something
love
else.
the Baja.
I drove my Suburban on some of that trail. I've got all these little jars of it when they ran. And I was down there after they went by and scoop up some of the sand. And I was like, yes.
Oh, right on.
I'm manifesting it. My body just has to agree. It's getting there though. I mean, I can lift my foot now. Like, that's a big deal. Huge. And I can walk like heel to toe, which is, when your foot just flops, that like I have to always look down and walk. But now I can actually go heel to toe, instead of it just flopping and dragging and flipping and flopping all over the place.
No, that's glad. That's good.
Yeah. It was like
Brown
bit
dwarf,
by
what's
bit,
up?
get my life back.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's overdue.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you.
Oh, the race for November's race? Mopar. So they were looking for race supports recently.
Mm,
That would be so awesome.
Pops is doing good. Talked to him about 2 weeks ago, week ago. He's doing good. Thanks for asking, Ralph. What did we miss? He's probably talking to
Joe Parker.
I was just
Sorry,
gonna say,
Joe, about the bad joke.
Joe complained, got another ride.
Chewbacca.
Sub Brown Dwarf, good to see you in here. So guys, we got about almost 15 minutes left. If anybody, oh, there is somebody backstage.
Well, that's me.
Hey,
Hey guys, how's it going?
how you
What?
doing?
Not too bad. Enjoying
It's
the
been
nice mommy
forever.
weather.
I saw the name. I was like, what? Smurf.
Well, that's what my friend calls me. That's my nickname.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're probably like 6'5".
No, more like 5'10", if that, you know. Maybe with my hat on, I'm 6 foot.
It's good to
That's
see you,
awesome.
Pat.
We have a friend up here we call Smurf.
Actually, got a bit of a story I want to tell you. Something happened back in July. I usually take my truck out and I'll run the dog down the road about a quarter mile and back again, give her a little bit of exercise. And it was just, the sun was going down. It was about 9:30. Maybe it was 10. Yeah. Between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. Anyway, when I was driving down the driveway, I've got 8 steel bins, grain bins to the north. And I just happened to look over, and the shadow between the third and the fourth bin on the far side looked like there was a 10-foot Sasquatch standing there. No, I kind of stopped and I looked, and it looked like something was standing there with a head shape and an arm. But I couldn't make out. I couldn't see any detail because I was about 60 yards away. Anyway, I thought, well, this is stupid. I didn't have my phone with me, so I couldn't take a picture. So I just took the dog for a ride and came back. So anyway, the next night I went out at the same time, and I tried to duplicate the shadow, and the shadows were completely different. Between the third and the fourth bin, it was exactly the same as between the first and second.
Wow.
No, I don't know what the hell. I don't know for sure what the hell was going on.
And it
But
was
to me,
right by the
that's what it
trash
looked like.
bin?
Pardon me?
It was right by the trash bin?
No, there's steel bins. They're 35. They hold 3,500 bushel of grain each.
Oh.
So
Okay,
from the
sorry.
ground to the top of the roof, it's about at least 10 feet. Maybe a little
That's
bit taller.
That's interesting.
So there was a shadow, like you see, like the sun is in the west, okay, and the bins are lengthwise east and west. So between the third and the fourth bin, there's 4 of them. I could see it looked like a shape. When you looked at the shadow between the second bin and the first bin, well, it was just a shadow. But the third one, it looked like there was a shape there. So anyway, I went out the next evening, and tried it again, and I couldn't duplicate it. It was actually a different shape, the shadow
Oh.
shape. They were all the same, in other words.
Could you get
So
over
not
towards
much.
there? Oh, sorry.
No, anyway, so I just thought I'd tell you about that.
Oh, wow. You couldn't get
Yeah.
over there, like, to the bins, though?
Actually, I didn't want to go over there.
I was going to say, like, afterwards to maybe
That's the
check
thing.
for
I
prints.
didn't want something to step out and like throw my blazer around like a tinker toy, Tonka toy.
Wow.
So
So how big would you estimate it? Like, I know it was just a shadow.
it was big. Oh yeah, it was big.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I say, it was a shadow, or I thought it was just a shadow. But I thought it was kind of weird because the bins are all the same. Like there's no difference in widthwise. They're all in a line on wooden decks. So, and the space is about the same between each bin. So there'd be 3 spaces. So between the third and the fourth bin, it looked. I can see it in my mind. It just looked like something was standing there in between the bins.
Wow. Perfect
Yeah.
silhouette.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. You know, there was one time my husband and son were driving from Oregon, and it was, the sun was cast just right, but they saw what looked like a shadow, just like what you explained, on this rock face. And there was nothing there that, that would make a shadow on that rock
Mhm.
face the way that it was. And it, and it ran across, and it looked just like a dark shadow.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah.
Wow. Thanks for sharing.
Compared to what happened like previous, like last fall, it was just like a brush up against the house and then tapping on the window, and I had to laugh. Dad says, "Oh, it's probably a deer." I said, "Well, I didn't know a deer could count to 5." I mean, if it was a deer, it would have had to be on its legs, up on its hind legs with its hooves on, like above, and then turn its head and rack its, like hit his antlers on the window. I don't think so.
Yeah. Wow.
I talked to Duke about it after it happened, and he said, "Oh, they're just saying hello." I said, "What's saying hello?" He said, "Well, you know what I'm saying." Oh my God. Okay. But I never got up to look. I was sitting in my chair, like where I'm sitting now, and I thought, there's no goddamn way I'm going to go up and see what the hell's out there.
No.
Yeah.
No.
thanks.
Yeah. I understand
Because
that.
I know if it was what I thought it might be, I'd probably never be the same again. So I figured, well, if I don't see it, I don't want to look at it. When I don't see it, well, whatever. But anyway, like this past summer, I thought it was kind of weird that shape showed up between the bins.
Yeah, especially with the grain bins. Because I've heard that before. Like they raid grain bins and stuff. And there was that one that came on with the that you were talking about, Mogs. I think it was a story you heard or something.
Well, unless somebody
Someone's
left the door
family
open
that
on
had a
the
gin or something, and they gave him the mash, or yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Or mash or something from their still.
Yeah.
I don't do that here, unfortunately, but because I don't drink.
Me either. That's interesting, though. That is interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
Richie Evans,
But
what's
I
happening?
talked to my cousin about all this. He thinks I'm crazy, but whatever. I don't care what he thinks.
Well, most people do. It's like, and even like my husband and son have been like, yeah, whatever. And then last night it's like, oh, well, I don't know. How do you reason that away? And we've been trying, trees are all popping because it's cold.
No. Well, you will get ground quakes if it gets cold enough here. Like it'll really crack.
Yeah, our
That's what
lake
they
just
say,
cracked.
but-
Yeah, if you look out there, the lake cracked this morning.
yeah.
Yeah, and those make
No,
these
yeah,
big.
ice will crack. You'll hear it. Yeah. Yeah. The bigger the lake, the bigger the pop.
Mm-hmm. That's
But
awesome.
no, I don't know. We had snow last week and it's gone and it's just brown and blah looking out there.
Yeah. Yeah, we're in that tweener stage too. It's not quite. Yeah, we need some snow bad.
So
Thank you.
yeah, I saw Cryptus Canada asking if any, like if Jeff had gotten snow and if you had gotten snow. I mean, I don't. He said he was about to get some snow.
Yeah, Jeff said it's going to
Yeah,
snow on
Jeff said he was
Thursday.
about to get. What's
It's
your
supposed
base?
to snow here in a couple of days, but
You're just dealing with like a couple inches up there right now, Iron.
Oh, tonight? If we get some, I don't know. They haven't really said how much. Maybe a couple, maybe an inch, if that. Maybe a few. Maybe a couple days. Who knows? But it could change in the next 20 minutes. That's Alaska for you.
Right. No, I'm looking
Well,
forward to
same.
getting back to some snow.
The thing around here is if with weather-wise, is anybody that tries to predict the weather in southern Alberta is either a fool or they just moved here. So that explains our weather,
I gotta remember that.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It is. That's funny. Yeah, 'cause it's completely unpredictable.
Well, we've had snow every month of the year here. Or I've seen that over the past. I mean, I'm 64 now, so
Wow. We got
Yeah,
snow
when-
up here in July once that I remember.
I was
Damn.
irrigating. I had pivots running one night. Dad come home. He says, "You better go shut them off." I said, "Why?" He says, "It's going to freeze tonight. It's supposed to snow." Christ! I went out and I had half-inch ice on the pivots, so I had to shut everything off. Because if you don't,
freeze.
sprinkling the air temperature was cold and it freezes to the steel. And if you leave it, you could actually down the whole machine. The whole machine will just collapse. So I shut everything off. And that
Preventative
was the year that we
maintenance.
had the combine. Everything had the swath one way because the grain was actually ready to cut, or swath or whatever at the time, and everybody had to pick it up one way. You had to run the combine down the field and then race back down to the other end and come back up again. And it was a major pain in the ass that year.
Ooh,
So,
sounds like it.
but at least the snow melted and we could combine. And then, of course, winter finally showed up.
Yeah, we got an early snow this year too. Like all the leaves and everything were still green, and we just
Oh,
dumped.
really?
Yeah, that's what happened to us last year. We still had leaves in the trees, and it just went from summer to cold, like right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
And then 2 years ago, the end of September, we had 2 feet of wet snow.
Ooh.
And it was so wet that when you looked into the snow, it was kind of a bluish green color. There was so much moisture in the snow. Yeah, that kind of screwed up the sugar beet harvest that year. But
Ooh.
yeah,
Oh,
but anyway,
yeah.
this fall has been probably the best open fall we've had in a long time. They call it Indian summer. So,
Oh, right. Huh.
but I can remember a lot of years where we had no snow in the wintertime. It was just a brown winter.
Yeah, and cold.
So it can happen. I didn't really get that cold.
No?
Maybe that's 10 or,
Mm. Yeah. Ugh. Seems like when there's no snow here, it's better cold. Just. Ugh.
Yeah, it's kind of ugly because it's probably a damp cold maybe up in Alaska.
Yeah, it's really dry up here. It's a dry cold
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it's a dry cold here too,
Oh, okay.
usually. I've
Yeah,
been
it's
in
weird 'cause
Winnipeg,
Oregon
Manitoba,
can-
minus 45, and that's freaking cold, I tell you.
Yeah,
Winnipeg's just south of Lake Winnipeg, and that's a big lake, so it's like a small ocean.
true, right.
Yeah, but out here,
Yeah, you guys get the like the winds and stuff that shift that water, that body of water.
yeah, yeah, and they get lots of snow usually out there. But I haven't been out there for quite a while now, but I was out there one winter, and holy mackerel, damn near froze to death. And Toronto in the wintertime can be really cold because they're Lake Ontario. So, yeah, I don't know what's possesses me to go places where it's still cold in the wintertime as well.
Let's
I
see
mean,
what
now
it's
I
at.
can go down south if I want, I guess, but
Yeah, let's take the oh, it's 13 degrees right now.
Hmm.
We're having a heat wave.
no. Wow. Yeah, if that's Celsius, yeah, you're warm.
No, that's Fahrenheit.
Oh, Fahrenheit. Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Yeah, that's
That's okay.
Fahrenheit.
Good night, Joe. Good to see you.
Me too.
Mine is 2 here, Celsius. Between 20 and 30 degrees above.
Mm.
They were forecast. I don't know. They said it was drizzling in town, but it's not doing anything out here.
Oh. Ugh, I hate it when it's cold and rains. It just
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just makes
Yeah.
for miserable conditions.
Yeah. And we had such a nice hot summer. Yuck.
yeah, last summer ours was baking hot. We had like 90-degree temps a lot, which is odd.
Yeah, you guys did get hot up there, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, the
remember
whole
you-
Northwest and the Southwest U.S. has been really dry.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
we
kind
had a
of
ton
freezing out because
fires.
Lake Mead is almost empty, and Glen Canyon, what the heck do they call that? Like, can't remember. Lake Powell is really low.
Mm.
So,
I don't know.
yeah. Yeah, they'll have to go out and pee in the garden. They won't have any water left to flush the toilets.
Richie has a question. Iron Dogger, did y'all saw or heard Knox? I couldn't hear what was going on last night.
Oh, yeah, I was
Yeah,
going to ask you what happened.
we went out and we did this pattern that Patrick had given us to try and follow, and we actually got results and responses completely around us from all different like distances and directions.
Surrounded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was a little unnerving at points because you're like, it was just so unexpected. I don't know. I don't know what I expected, but I don't know.
Well, how remote were you last night?
Well, we're pretty remote. We're in a refuge out there. Like our cabin is right on the edge of a refuge,
Okay.
so it's fairly remote. We don't have any light pollution or any of that going out here.
Yeah.
So when you shut off, it goes dark. Like you're like,
Dark, yeah. Well, you should be seeing the Northern Lights really well up there, up your way, eh?
Yeah. What sucked is when we had that amazing Northern Lights the other day, we were cloudy here.
Oh no!
From here up from Anchorage to Cantwell and down. I think Juneau got some great ones. Outside of Cantwell and upper air regions got some incredible. The violets and the reds and just incredible Northern Lights. Yeah.
That's gotta be.
We look for them every night. Like I go out 2 or 3 times a night looking for them.
Yeah, every once in a while you'll see them while you're in the. It's like a shimmer. It's almost like drapes or curtains. They're kind of wavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat to see.
Yeah. One time we were up at Arctic Man, and that's probably the best show I saw. And they were just red and purples and greens and just striping and dancing all over. And it looked like you could touch it. It's so incredible.
Yeah,
That's wild.
Yeah.
definitely the cool factor is very high.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's out there just going, oh, and a whole bunch of people are drunk, you know, so that made it even funnier. They're all trying to grab it. Yes, we are, Daniel. Yep. Here in a matter of moments. Northern Lights, good strain. You're right.
Indeed.
Yeah, if I get Stevie, if they're out, I will film them. I will definitely film them. I've been working on my camera to get the right settings to try and film them.
Yeah, maybe you'll catch some
Get that.
shadows running around out in the trees.
What was that? Sorry.
You'll catch the shadow in the trees.
Oh,
I don't know.
I might run for my life. I don't know. I just don't even know how to feel about this anymore. You know? Like what I saw was massive. That thing was so massive. I don't know if I want to see like 8 or 9 of them around me. You know?
Well, as long as they keep their distance, I guess you'll be all right.
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't feel threatened at all, though. None of us felt like we were in danger.
Okay, so there's no interference in your mind or anything like that. Like some people talk about mind speak.
Yeah, we didn't. None of us experienced
infrasound or
anything.
whatever.
Yeah. The oddest stuff was the camera dying and the video not being in my feed and stuff. Like that was the weird part, which was, you know, like you hear that all the time. People are like, I swear I had video and I got home and it wasn't there.
Well, I'm wondering if when your battery died and when you were doing your live feed, maybe that had an effect. Like you were live at the time, and you see your battery died on you, and your phone went dead.
Yep, it went completely
Probably
dead.
got cut off,
Mm-hmm.
and then you restarted it again.
No, it came back to life as soon as we got back to the cabin.
Oh, okay.
Like I pulled it out of my little pouch, which wasn't insulated or anything, you know, so it was still frozen. And I pulled it out of my pouch and set it on the table and went to unzip, and it went bing, 38%.
That's weird.
It was really weird. Like all 3 of us were looking at the phone like, what in the heck? Okay.
Well, did your husband or your son have a phone as well, or was it just you?
No, I was the only one out there with a phone.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. Because I was filming with my phone.
Yeah. If they had one, you could have compared notes saying, hey, did your battery die?
I know, right? Yeah. It was just because it's normally the cold will drain it fast. And if you come inside, you will gain some back as it warms up. But not that much. 3% I could see potentially, maybe 1. 38, I was able to live stream when I got back.
When my iPhone X dies, it's dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
I don't know.
Are you using a Samsung or something else?
No, we've got a it's just my regular iPhone mount.
Okay.
We've got a cell tower that's pretty close. So we've got a local carrier. So the signal's pretty strong out here.
Oh, right on. I was wondering about that.
Yeah. Yeah, because everybody's like, who's your carrier?
Well, yeah, if you got a tower out there, that wouldn't affect your signal too much, probably.
Yeah.
But the power part, that's kind of the freaky part, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Why would it go dead, and then when you get back inside, you get power again? That doesn't make sense to me.
Not that much. Not like that. It was.
Maybe those fur balls out there affect your power. I don't know.
I don't know. Like you hear that, and that's what we were talking about last night. Like we were like, oh, you know how many times we were like, they're so full of crap.
What happened?
Well, you're just telling it like it is, Jackie. So you gotta believe what you're telling everybody.
Yeah, we had it happen. It was like, okay, that was weird. But again, had we not been streaming live, like if I'd explained it, everybody meant like, oh yeah, yes.
Well, guys, we are a little over 2 hours now.
Okay.
Yeah, it went pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murray, I want to thank you for popping on tonight. It's been a
Yeah.
while.
Have a good night, people.
Thanks, Murray.
Yeah, you bet. Have a good night.
You too.
Take care, Murray. Yeah, I haven't seen Murray in a long time.
I know. That was awesome.
Little trouble hearing him. I had trouble hearing him. Hopefully everybody else didn't. You seem to have no problem. That was
I
good.
could hear him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was really muffled.
Oh.
It's all right. So yeah, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Everybody in chat, you guys are awesome. It was good to see everybody. Thanks, Jeff, for popping on. Murray, appreciate it.
Yeah.
That was a good conversation. Just looking at chat. Check out Gypsy Road tomorrow. I guess they're doing something about a Japanese Bigfoot.
Oh, okay. There was a video where someone had.
Kylie Brinks wrote a book about the Japanese Bigfoot, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Check that out, guys. But yeah, and if you guys enjoyed the show tonight, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and share. Too many people share.
Share, and share alike.
Also, if you guys want to contribute to the channel, the PayPal link is in the banner in the lower right-hand corner, and I'll also put the PayPal link in the description. Every little bit helps. Yeah, so I will be back on Thursday. I'll see you guys then. Iron Dogger, thank you so much.
No problem.
Another good night.
Yeah, you too.
And guys, thank you so much. Peace and God bless.
See ya.